Sup, Savages? It's your boy Mikey Savage 21, aka the Prince of All Sweaties, bringing you another sweaty discussion. And today I'm going to be discussing and ranking the season 2 of the Marvel Netflix shows. Stay tuned. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and enable notifications so you'll never miss out on another discussion video. Now, without any further delay, let's jump straight into the discussion. And I have a feeling you guys are going to be either very mad or very happy at the end of this video. So yeah, let's get right into it. Oh, and after looking back at my recording and everything, you're going to notice a difference in the audio quality. That's because the microphone that I was using, I had a couple of presets that I was using to record in OBS Studio, and it kind of made my audio seem a little bit distorted and whatnot. So guys, bear with me with the audio and everything, and just, sit back and enjoy the video. Thank you. Surprise, guys. It's your boy, Mikey Savage 21, and yes, today I am actually on camera doing a video. And as I mentioned in the intro, today we're going to be ranking the Season 2 Netflix Marvel series. This would include Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, respectively. And before I go into this list, I just want to give my overall general thoughts on Luke Cage Season 2 and Iron Fist Season 2. I actually just finished watching Iron Fist maybe about a couple days ago, and I gotta say, it was pretty solid. Definitely way better than Iron Fist Season 1. I really like what they did with the Ward and Joy Meacham characters. I love the little subplot that they had going on. I also bought into the rivalry that was Davos versus Danny. I really enjoyed what they did with that. I also enjoyed the more prominent role that they gave Colleen Wing, not resorting her to like a sideline character. They made her more so of a co-lead to Finn Jones's character of Danny Rand, and I really enjoyed seeing all of her scenes. And then of course I really enjoyed the incorporation of Misty Knight into this. It seemed really natural and whatnot, and like I said, I enjoyed this way more than I did Season 1. Now in terms of Luke Cage Season 2, well, I'll say this much. It wasn't as bad as the second half of Season 1 of Luke Cage. Like, I felt like the second half of Season 1 of Luke Cage was just abysmal. Like, straight up did not like it, did not like the incorporation of Diamondback. I felt like when they killed Cottonmouth off, and spoiler alert if you have not seen Season 1, yes, Cottonmouth dies halfway through the series, and I felt like as soon as he died and was pushed through that window and beaten in with the microphone stand, that was the downfall of the series. Because to me, Diamondback, I liked the backstory that they had about him and Cage growing up together and whatnot, but I really just did not care. I cared more about Cage's relationship with Mahershala Ali's character of Cottonmouth more than I did about Diamondback. In terms of Season 2 of Luke Cage, I felt like it was definitely better. Again, like I mentioned before, it was definitely better than Season 1 second half, but wasn't as good as the first half of Luke Cage. Like, again, I like Bushmaster. I like what they did with him. I like the backstory. I like how him and Miss Mariah Dillard are tied in. I like how they wrap up Mariah Dillard's character and also tie it into her daughter's character as well as Luke Cage's character. And I'm really curious to see where they're going to go in terms of with Luke Cage now, essentially, that he has placed himself right in the center of Harlem, and how he essentially is going to be the mediator trying to keep all this gang violence and drug violence out of Harlem, but while also holding it up and trying to be a pillar and a balance to this as well. So that's interesting. And of course, you guys have heard me talk about numerous times about what I thought about Season 2 of Daredevil. Loved it. Thought it was just as great as the first season. Definitely can't wait to see Season 3 whenever it finally does drop. Oh, and of course, I almost forgot about Jessica Jones Season 2. Haven't had a chance to talk about that either. I enjoyed Season 2. I didn't enjoy it as much as I did Season 1 because I really enjoyed the incorporation of David Tennant's character of the Purple Man. I really enjoyed the way that they used him, but he was still kind of in here in Season 2, but not much. And then again, the episodes he were in, that's the standout episodes that I think that we ultimately had. I'll say this, Jessica Jones Season 2 was overall pretty good. But alright guys, let's get to actually ranking these in order. Alright, so we're going to start with Luke Cage Season 2. Luke Cage season 2 was just kind of a disappointment to me. In the story with the whole Bushmaster character and everything and his connection with Mariah Dillard, that was fine, but I feel like they didn't really, if they would have did a better job of setting the seeds in maybe season 1 of, Bushmaster and why he's coming out now, and instead of Diamondback, maybe that would have been a little bit more interesting. But right now I have that one at the bottom. Next, I am going to put Iron Fist season 2. Iron Fist season 2 again was a much improvement over season 1, and I did enjoy it more so than I did Luke Cage, and that could also help with the overall story. Again, the whole story was a little bit, better in terms of Iron Fist season 2 than it was with Luke Cage. Cared more about the characters and the setup and what was going on and everything, plus how it overall ends and the messes that they're setting up for season 3. All right, number 2, should be no surprise, I'm going to go with Jessica Jones season 2. I really enjoyed Jessica Jones season 2 because of the whole way we delved into her psyche even more. Now where she's dealing with the repercussions of what has happened after the Defenders, with the apparent death of Matt Murdock, aka the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, with him now being gone and everything, and him telling them to protect this city. We're seeing her dealing with that, seeing her trying to move on in her love life as well, also trying to see her different relationships with Chris and the different characters and everything, and how she is going about living day to day but still trying to pick up where she essentially left off. And then the incorporation of her mother, and how her mother has been alive all this time, but her mother went through the same process, but unfortunately because of the process she went through, she has these mood swings. She's essentially a schizophrenic and can fly in the ranges like crazy. But season 2 I definitely think wasn't as great as Jessica Jones season 1, but it was still just a little bit under that. And of course, last but not least, it got to be Daredevil season 2. Daredevil season 1 and season 2 to me are the pillars of this franchise. They are the ones that are essentially holding this thing together and holding it up, because again, you've gone through a number of showrunners, yet the quality is still there. And not only that, we got the introduction of the Hand even more, and got to deal with that until the repercussions of Defenders. You also got the introduction of Punisher, which I have to say that Punisher was phenomenal, blew all expectations. I absolutely loved what Jon Bernthal was able to do with that character, but we wouldn't have gotten that character if it wasn't for Daredevil season 2. Same thing with the incorporation of Elektra, and of course Wilson Fisk. What can I say about Vincent D'Onofrio's portrayal? I have loved his rendition of the Kingpin. I thought he has done a phenomenal job as that, and we have Daredevil season 1 and season 2 to thank for that, the epic performances going on. Now, if you want to start talking about some of the best villains in the MCU and you want to include the Netflix shows, Kingpin can certainly be up there because of the way that they've used his character. So again, I feel like Daredevil season 1 and 2 are the pillars, and they're holding the standard. While they're up here, everywhere else is trying to get to about that level as well. But right now it's like it's right here, and then you have the other shows about like right here. Certain other ones are down about here and they're still trailing. But that's my list, guys. Once again, let me know your ranking of the Marvel Netflix shows, season 2 at least. Where you think they rank. Again, let me know your thoughts on the different individual ones, as well as let me know your thoughts about the upcoming season of Daredevil. Are you excited for the inclusion of Bullseye? Are you excited to see Vincent D'Onofrio reprise his role again as Kingpin? And of course, are you excited for the Born Again storyline that they're incorporating into season 3? It's gonna be a great time. And again, I'm glad we've gotten all these shows. Really enjoyed Jessica Jones season 2. Luke Cage season 2 was okay. Iron Fist, I really did enjoy what they were going with that. And now I just can't wait to see what they do with Daredevil season 3 and with Punisher season 2.